So my original video plan was to produce a 3-minute film showing a day to night sequence of the Cambrian Mountains, but since the lockdown, I haven't really been able to get out much and get the footage. So instead, I'm going to be going for a tutorial / critique of how to plan and prepare for a night shoot. When it comes to kit, the main bits you're going to need are a camera, a tripod, an intervalometer, spare batteries, maybe a rechargeable USB battery, SD cards, pretty big ones too, thermal socks, a thermal coat, a flask of coffee, other hot drinks are available, probably some food, maybe bring a mate along, and a car. You know, cars really help, but don't put your camera too close to the car or the lights will ruin the shot. The next step in prepping for a night shoot is to take a look at a light pollution map, like what I've got here, which shows the areas in which you've got the most light pollution, and you can see clearly that in and around big cities, you're not really going to get many results when it comes to time lapses. But I'm lucky enough to live in a rural part of Wales, so I haven't got much light pollution with me here. And you're going to want to have a look at one of these maps wherever you live and see where the closest place is to you that you can get some decent results. It doesn't have to be the darkest of spots, just dark enough to, clearly see a good amount of stars so that you can get a nice time lapse. You want to take into account what time of year it is and which direction you're facing when you're doing a time lapse as well, because if you're in the winter months in the northern hemisphere, you're going to get a winter circle composition, and you're going to have the main elements towards the south, Orion and Rigel and Betelgeuse and Sirius. And in the summer months in the northern hemisphere, I'm going to be focusing on trying to get Milky Way core time lapses, with the Milky Way core coming out towards the end of this month, and then it's going to be good. And I've been trying to get time lapses of Cygnus rising at the moment and the Milky Way arm over towards the northeast, but I'm really looking forward to getting the Milky Way core horizon towards the south this summer. It should be fun. And the next thing you're going to want to check is the weather. So the websites I usually just check the Met Office, which is the standard weather for the UK. And I also check this website called Clear Outside, which shows you the high, medium and low levels of cloud in your sky for that night. And I just think is really, it's good to cross-reference at least 2-3 sites to properly get a good idea of the weather for that night. Sometimes even if you do check the weather, things don't always go to plan, and you'll end up like me and my mates ended up stuck in the cloud when we went up Tavy Pools to get a sunrise time-lapse. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with footage of us in our sleep-deprived states. Thank you very much for watching. Alright. What's the plan now?
I'm not actually sure. What do you reckon we should do?
I don't know, I mean it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's probably a good time to be like, let's sleep.
Do we head back? What are you thinking? Yeah?